Hello, everyone's. I am here for Manifest Season 2, Episode 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, you guys, I'm glad that things are starting to line up. 2 plus 2 is equaling 4, and I'm glad that everybody's coming on the course so we can figure some things out. So we start off with Savi. She had a boyfriend before she went to Jamaica, and they were going to Jamaica together. She's sitting on the plane waiting for him to board. Now, the first inkling I would have had that something's not right is we didn't show up at the airport together. That would have been my first, like, what's going on? Where are you at? We not showing up to the airport together. See, would have seemed suspicious to me. So she's sitting there waiting for him to board, and she gets a text saying that he can't come. He can't do this. So now she got to go to Jamaica by herself, sad because her boyfriend basically broke up with her. Now she thought things was going to be fine once they finally got back, and hopefully once he found out, maybe she's alive now that she's alive and she ain't died somewhere on the plane, that he would have come looking for her, but he didn't. Now I'm gonna start calling her evil fake doctor. Now she's telling evil fake doctor that she's trying to prove that their DNA has been changed. Now y'all know evil fake doctor is the major, and she's trying to get all the information that she can on the 828ers. That's what I'm gonna call them now. Okay, the 828ers. She's trying to get all the information she can on the 828ers so they can, like, I guess, use what they have on them to make their own type of weapons and maybe potentially use them as well. But yeah, we not feeling evil fake therapist. Now, Ben, Michaela, and Vance know that Samvi has a leak and that they just haven't told her. They don't want to put her, one, in jeopardy, and two, they don't want her to slip up and, say that, hey, you have a leak. But Vance has been following her, and I don't know how, if he's been following her, he didn't know that she's been going to a therapist. Like, if you have somebody following her that close, you should know that she's been going to a therapist. But hey, he's concerned about her, but Michaela says he's too attached. And he's telling her, like, you're attached to Zeke. So don't be over telling me that I'm attached when you over attached to Zeke yourself. Now, I don't want to say that Olive is, been going to cult-like meetings, but this is where it's seeming to go. These meetings, like, it's a meeting about the 828ers and them being, like, miracles and all these things. It seems cult-like, but maybe we're going to do a twist, but as right now, I'm going to say she's going to cult-like meetings. Now, Grace, she's leaving her mommy and pregnant mommy. Well, it's not mommy. It's like her pregnant yoga classes. And she gets a calling. And it sounded like Michaela saying, open her eyes. Now, she assumes that this means, like, the lady she's been in class with, she kind of helped out and gave her some, like, little ginger pieces because she's nauseous. She gets this calling. And she sees, well, it looked kind of, y'all remember Ghostbusters? Was it one? I believe it was one. It looked like a better version of that, a better CGI version of the dog from Ghostbusters, but this one had wings on it. So basically a gargoyle, but it reminded me of, the little dog from Ghostbusters 1. A better CGI version of that one. So now she's thinking she has to open this woman's eyes to something. But we're going to see how that goes. Now, Michaela and Zeke have a shared calling of them on the plane, and she's trying to reach him, but they have him strapped to the bed and being pumped with meds, so she can't really connect with him. But I know we're only, like, 3 episodes in, and I'm kind of over this whole, having these callings on the plane, but maybe it means something, like now. The more we see, the more we'll know what's happening and what to do next with the callings. Now, Ben, he has a new job, and he thought he was going to, have, like, a little small class and just do his little professoring. I know that is not a word, but most of the people are there because he's an 828er. Now, they asking questions like, is your IQ higher? Can you predict the future? Can you cure cancer? Like, all of these things. And TJ, luckily TJ is there. And TJ last episode who found the girl that was dead, yeah. He brings things back on track, like get him to where he was teaching. Well, I heard in your thesis you did that, and on a plane it did this. It's like, oh yeah, there. Thank you, TJ. Shout out to you, TJ. He didn't say that, but I was basically that was going on. So yeah. Now, Ben has to let Tommy know that he had already told her that I found this new 828 person because they're trying to get the mole to go somewhere so they can see who the mole is. So he told her that, hey, there's this new 828er. They have more, they basically better than Cal as far as, with the callings and all those things. She wanted to go, but he kind of like diverted her from that. But he just has to let her know there was no new 828er. Vance is alive and you have a mole assassin your research. Now she is upset because he didn't trust her because like she is an 828er as well, but he's like, he didn't say anything. He didn't want to lie to her because he wanted to protect her. They have like a connection because she kind of has a crush on him, and they're 828ers, and it's like we supposed to be in this together, and you, Michaela, and Vance got together and decided what was best for me, and that is not cool. How dare y'all? I'm like, yeah, I kind of understand that, but like they couldn't risk her slipping up and saying something potentially to this mole, i.e., evil fake therapist. Now, Grace is trying to help old girl from her mama yoga class, and she was cool with all until she saw Cal, and now she talking about some Cal is an abomination, and then she hopes that her baby died, that she loses her baby. Now, first of all, this is when I'm like, this Trisha. I would have been like, now, you know what, you old raggedy tail? I was trying to help you because I can see the future. I wouldn't have told her that, but this is what I've been thinking. I was trying to help you, old raggedy tail, because I feel like something's going to happen to you. But since you not going to talk about my child and you wishing, I lose my baby, whatever happened to you happens to you. So you going to wish you had me over talking about my child as an abomination that you hope. Whether you small-minded or not, that would have been my first attitude. But, we got on this show, they have to, follow the callings because this is what the callings is telling them and all these things. But at this point, I don't think it's the callings telling her to open her eyes. I think it's Olive, but we're going to get to that in a minute. But, y'all, I was worried about Sanvi because Sanvi, she done fired her research assistant. And because she didn't know if he was the mole, but like he was like asking all kind of questions like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? What's going on here? But it's like, it may have been like, okay, what exactly are we doing? Because the choir might want to know, but like he was kind of creepy with it, and it may have been he had a crush on her and he know how to control that. But like I would have been looking at him sideways as well. Y'all, when she went to go see evil fake therapist, I was like, man, please do not let this slip. Please do not let it slip. But, she told, evil fake therapist that, her research is done and it's in the lab and in the fridge at the lab. And the evil fake therapist like, oh, well, we can talk about that. I may not understand what's going on, but we can talk about that. I don't have another patient coming up next. And this is when she realized, this is fake. This evil fake therapist. She is the mole. So she goes to Ben and let him and Vance know that she set up a camera and found like one of her colleagues snooping around. And it was like, oh, and she's like, but the thing is, he is not the mole. Because the only person I told about this sample and all my discoveries is evil fake therapist. And he is the one who recommended me to evil fake therapist. So evil fake therapist is the one we need to look out for, okay? And like they was like, yeah, that's all good and all, but you gave her the samples. They was like, I gave her some samples, not these samples. So they not gonna be able to figure this out for a couple of weeks. So we can use this to our advantage. I was like, yep, I'm proud of you, Sanvi. I'm proud of you. Even Vance was like, dang, she better than you being. I was like, yep, she set up the camera so she can see who's going in the refrigerator and know, okay, it was you. And I only told this to evil fake therapist. Y'all working together. You recommended her to me. So they go to the D.O.D files, and they're like, just tell me who you recognize. She's like, there she go right there. It is Evil Fake Therapist. She works for the D.O.D. Is it the Department of Defense? I want to say that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's what I was thinking. But y'all, Michaela, she was able to get Zeke out of jail because she said he was an informant. So she goes, zoom, and like basically goes up to like the person sitting at the front desk. Look here, he's an informant. I need to talk to him. She goes back there. He's all drugged up, and he's like, she's like, I had a calling and you was there, but he's like, I've been doped up so much, I kind of drifted off to sleep. And she was like, but the dude like called to assure that everything was all right and found out that he not no informant. But she was like, tell them you need to see a lawyer. This woman, she is waiting for you. So basically, she basically threw Jared under the bus. Like, he was helping me. Jared was busted in my house unannounced. Gun went off. Wasn't his fault. He innocent. Basically, it's all Jared's fault. Now, remember, last season, Jared, like, basically left his wife for Michaela. Michaela didn't ask him to, but he left his wife for Michaela. Now, granted, Jared was Michaela's boyfriend before she disappeared, and he married her best friend, but that's neither here nor there. You left this woman for Michaela, and Michaela basically chucked you the deuce to be with Zeke. Now, Ben's boss is married to the lady that was up there talking all that trash about Cal and his unborn baby. He hired Ben, I guess, to get close to them. I don't know if they trying to do something evil against them. I don't know. I don't trust him. I don't trust her. I'm skeptical of anybody else is coming through. Then lastly, Michaela, she goes to her cult-like meeting and she's saying how my brother and my dad and my uncle, they came back and it's a miracle. And I want them to see that this is a miracle. And this is why I say this it's a cult-like meeting. So maybe what Grace was seeing was like open her eyes, that Olive needs to open her eyes to these people. You don't need to be in that space. You're dying your hair all these different colors. You don't need this in your life, boo-boo. I think that's what she needs to open her eyes to. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my beautiful face puts up a video. You can click on it. You can like it. You can share it with your people. And you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already a family member of one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.